Currently, there's a lot of controversy over Tua Tagovailoa, going a couple years back to a game against the Buffalo Bills where Tua would receive this hit. He would receive another concussion against the Bengals that same season. Fast forward a little while, that same season, he would suffer another concussion against the Green Bay Packers and would again miss an extended period of time. Then we go to 2023 season, where Tua did everything in his power to make sure he would not get concussed again, and it ended up working. He ended the season throwing for the most yards out of any quarterback in the NFL, showing us that healthy, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Now, this past week, Tua got his third concussion after this hit against the Buffalo Bills. This one just looked like a dumb decision by Tua, and it could have been easily avoided. But he will not be able to play until earliest week 8. But the big question is, will he ever play football again? It's always tough when there's a guy who loves football so much and wants to keep playing for many more seasons. But if he does decide to stay, he's putting his life on the line. A study from January 2023 also found that experiencing 3 or more concussions is linked with worsening brain function later in life. According to researchers at the University of Oxford, countless NFL players have had many concussions and have resulted in brain damage and in some cases death. There have been countless players who have died from CTE after being hit in the head so many times. Most of these players have around the same amount of concussions as well. The thing that separates Tua from these players who have died is that these players mainly played between the 50s and the 80s, where they were not making a whole lot of money by playing football. To provide for themselves and their families, they needed to keep playing football and keep putting their lives on the line. Tua, on the other hand, is making more money in a game than these guys made in their entire lives. Tua has a net worth north of $30 million and makes around $50 million a year. So if he decided he would retire after this season, he would be sitting at $80 million plus money from brand deals and ads. This is enough money to be retired for life. For now, Tua is deciding to continue to play football and does not have plans to retire anytime soon. But the more concussions he gets, the less life he will live. And the less life he will live while having a brain that functions correctly. How much is he going to put on the line to play football? One last announcement. I just launched a merch store. I'll put the link in the description. But I got some fire t-shirts, some fire hoodies. Go check that out. Maybe go and cop something. Also, shout out to Joey and Anthony. If you guys want a shout out too, hit that subscribe button and maybe you'll get a shout out in the next videos. That's it for me, and thanks for watching the 216 Podcast.